this is what you are doing. You see some people will come out, but when they see that there is nothing, you say you be put in, they run away. That is it. So these suggestions is very all right, but who is going to come? Many are called, but few are choosing. That is it. In order to do these jobs. So that's it. Go on, my brother. Go on.
So another is like we that we are not the volunteers. We are from a unit section. So, but there are a lot of people out there. They were answering volunteers, but they are not registered from the scratch, from the unit aspect. So I don't know if that is accepted.
Can you come again? I don't understand this. Is it a question? What do you say? What?
Yeah, it's like I think we have members that we are like volunteers, and they registered under volunteer, while their names are not from unit aspect, from the unit section. They are not in unit. They are not in any of the unit members.
Then
I don't know. As in, they are not in unit. They did not start from the unit in various sections.
Okay, they said they are volunteers, yeah. Just like that, but they are not even known locally, yeah, for the unit. Is that what you're trying to say?
From the scratch, yeah.
Okay. Mazi Chinasa, do you have anything to say about this, please?
About who?
I understand him very well. He said there are people. Mazi, can you repeat it again, please? Mazi Chinasa, listen attentively.
There are members that they were with volunteers, but they did not start from the unit aspect of the structure of IPOB in any unit.
Whether they are valid.
Are they valid
or whether they are real.
Okay. Are they real or are they valid?
Mazi, can you say anything about it?
Yes, Mazi, what if there is somebody who have that talent and want to volunteer to do this work? You can suggest, tell us who he is, give us his details.
What he's saying is that there are people, maybe they will say, I'm a volunteer, I'm an IPOB volunteer. You know this word. But when they look at maybe the grassroots, they are not in the unit. They are not registered in any unit level. It's just like jumping to federal, whereas they are not recognized in the local government or state level.
People are using that word. He said, there was a time some deceptors were coming and said, we are all volunteers. Because that time we are talking about the volunteers, the security part of the IPOB wing. Now we have left that word. You don't hear people talk about it again. Because everybody was clinging to that. He said, I'm a volunteer. They want to say, everybody is volunteer, I'm doing something. But they were not nowhere. Nobody to be. You must. Volunteer is a common language everybody can use. Anybody can claim it. You cannot. But when you say you're a volunteer for this struggle, at least in IPOB, we must know the side you are volunteering. What are you volunteering to serve? You are volunteering to support the struggle by what you know how to do in the media, in the welfare, in the legals, or in the medical. That is what we call volunteer in IPOB. You must either volunteer in the security, volunteer in all departments. People volunteer. All of us are volunteer. The army is volunteer. ESN you see today, they are all volunteers. So somebody can use it. It's a word that we cannot just cling to ourselves. But when you come inside IPOB and talk about volunteer, then we can tell you volunteer on what. You understanding me? Because now you are talking in our circle. I think that
yes,
is it.
Yes,
people have to be specific.
Yes. Thank you very much. My brother, I think he has answered the question. All right. Thank you very much. I am now going to switch on to the caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. It's really a pity in this WhatsApp. I have 4,000 plus missed calls. I'm telling you honestly. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on.
Biafrans. Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. Depending on your time zone, good evening, good afternoon, and good night to some of us. This is Mazi Bernard Wakwe. I'm calling from my location. Mazi Jonathan, I want to appreciate you for the good work you are doing. In fact, this is my first time of getting you on this your line. This is my first time. I want to appreciate the good work you are doing. I also want to appreciate the good work our DOS they are doing. And at the same time, I want to please advise our DOS a little bit. It's a kind of advice, it's a kind of encouragement. Please, our DOS should remember the story of Moses in the Bible. The Bible said, because of the children of Israelites, their rebelliousness that led, in fact, it was their rebelliousness that brought about the anger that came up in Moses. And because of that anger, Moses and his brother Aaron, they disobeyed the Lord. So please, our DOS, I'm encouraging you tonight. There are so many people who will come up on this very pursuit of this quest to restore Biafra, but deep down, they are still baby followers. They are still baby followers. They are not as rooted as others. They are still baby followers. What we are seeing today is a phase. We will pass it one day. So please, I'm encouraging you all, be strong and remain resolute. In the end, we are going to win. Never mind what is happening around us. It is not the first time. We saw people like that. We saw a similar situation 2015 when our leader was arrested. And eventually, God gave us victory. We overcame that. And I also want to believe this very one we are also going to overcome. So let us pull ourselves together. It doesn't matter what people are saying by the side. Let us pull ourselves together. For you to be an IPOB member, you must be on oath. For you to be an IPOB member, you must be registered with what we agree, what this movement believed. So if you don't want to do any of these things, you are on your own. You are on your own. So please, I'm encouraging our DOS. I'm encouraging our brothers. I'm encouraging our sisters, those who are speaking to us via radio almost every day. I'm encouraging you all to continue the good work that you are doing. The Lord will strengthen us. As for our leader, nobody will touch our leader. Like Mazi Chinasanworu said, nobody will touch our leader. They know who they are holding there. The Nnamdi Kanu they are holding now is not the Nnamdi Kanu they held 2015. In fact, so we are not deterred, and we know whatever they are doing, they are just doing it to see what is going to be our reaction. At the same time, finally, I want to call on Biafrans in the Biafra land. Please do not be disobedient to this very instruction that is coming from our leader through the DOS. If you call yourself a true IPOB member, a lover of freedom, a student of our leader, Onyanduma Nnamdi Kanu, when our DOS speak, you must know they are speaking from what our leader has passed on to them and to us all. May Elohim continue to bless us.
You too.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Thank you very much.
They will.
Yeah. Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, please start by giving us your name and where you're calling from, and go straight to the question if you have any. And caller in on signal, please hold on. I'll come to you also. Maz, the caller on direct line, please go on.
Hello?
Yes, caller on direct line. Go on, please.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Mazi Chinasa, also for enlightening us. My name is Peter Chipu. I'm calling from Canada. Mazi, I want to say this. There are so many clarifications that have been given today. I have a submission anyway, not a question. So, I want to say that we have one common enemy. Yes, yes, yes. We have one common enemy, which is the people we know that yes, the Zoom government. Oh, I have listened to so many programs, and as far as I know, I don't. I think we should focus we should advise. Okay, I feel we should use this platform to advise our people. Let us focus our arch enemy and not someone that is that we are fighting the same cause with. Mazi Simon may make his mistake of what was just clarified today that he did not sign those things, and yes, we have seen it or we have heard it. So I will plead that we should ask people, we shouldn't fight ourselves because
Mazi, nobody is fighting. Do you hear his clarification here, Mazi China Samoru? I don't think nobody is fighting nobody.
Yeah. Nobody is fighting. Nobody is fighting. I saw a publication today here that that was posted on Radio Biafra. I think that publication was from Annie King, something if I understand it very well. For me, I don't think that publication is necessary.
Please, there is. I read that publication. There is nothing. Is clarification, the same clarification, what we are saying here, and nothing more. You know, when you are saying it as if there is nothing, it clarified. Look at what happened. You know, it's just the same clarification. He was being. I don't want us to continue. He has treated this thing, please. I don't want us to continue drawing this, because the more you draw it as if there is a fight or anything about it, it's clarification, please. If you don't have any other question, please, or any question, please, I'll go to another caller, please. Thank you very much. Caller on, there is no fight. That is clarification. Caller on signal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the program. Please, caller on WhatsApp, I'll come to you. Go on, caller on signal. Okay. Thank you. You have 3 minutes to give, because we will be soon rounding up for this program.
Okay. Thank you very much for both of you. This is my first time of getting
welcome to the program. I'm happy about it.
Yes. So please, one question. I want to ask you a question.
Can you introduce yourself? Because I saw your photo as a sister. Am I right?
Yes. I am my reverend sister.
I think I have heard your voice somewhere. Go on.
Yes, sir. So my name is Nkechi in Igbo, because I'm answering my Igbo name.
Of course.
Yes. So thank you very much, people, sir. What I want to ask, please.
Go on.
Other Biafrans like Ikwere, Benue State, Kogi, and them on the Cross River. Is there any of them that are among us that are working with them to actualizing of Biafra? Is it only our 5 states? That is the first question. Another question is, the Yorubas yesterday, they have unveiled their proposed constitution. You understand? Because this is what Nigeria lacks. Because all of us, we are dumped into Nigeria without any referendum. Our opinion didn't matter. So they unveiled their proposed constitution, which is showing they present it to the UN and all the places. So I'm saying, what about us? Are we going that direction as well? Is there any group that is working on them? I'm sure there must be. So if there's any, can we be hearing about this in our platforms about the preparation and how we are getting to Biafra? If you get what I'm saying, sir. Another thing is that please don't be annoyed. Yesterday at Simon's program, he said that he is a member of IPOB and he has taken oath. So now are we confused? Is there any, now you said that there's a way we find out who is a member and the oath member. So now he made it categorically yesterday that he is a full member of IPO, that he has taken the oath. So I'm just putting it on you. I'm not questioning you. Okay, sir.
Thank
So
you.
can
Thank you.
answer
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mazi, can you say
Thank you,
something
Mazi.
about the 3 questions?
Yeah, yeah.
before we go?
Yeah, the 3 questions. Number 1, I will tell her that in Ikwere is Biafra land. Forget about what people. It's up to them. Politicians can tell them to say what they want to do. And we have many hardcore Biafrans from Ikwere who are working assiduously. Most of them has been in jail because of Biafra. And some are still even in jail now. So there is no doubt. If you come to Idoma, we have Idoma people who are working. We know we have never taken them to that level. The popularity, how we want this thing to go, they are there. Then you go to other parts of everywhere, the consciousness is there. No, as like our leader said, we are leaving nobody behind. Yes, the heart of the struggle still remains in the heartland. And everybody won't wake up at the same time. But then I can show you that people from those areas you are talking about, they are part of this struggle. If they are not pulling weight in their own area, some of them might be in hinterland, directing things also, and taking, for example, in Akwa Ibom, most of them who are championing this struggle, most of them moved from Abia State, from Igbo back to Akwa Ibom, and they're championing. If you go to Akwa Ibom, we have a lot of our people who are in detention because they know they are Biafrans. And the mistake Nigeria used to make is always to arrest. That is the first thing that Nigeria used to make the mistake. When they arrest people in those places, whenever they just go like to cross river now, they pick some people, arrest them, put them in jail. Immediately I say their problem have started. Because the moment you bring out those people from the detention, they never look back again. That is number 1. Number 2, he talk about constitution. He talk about if we have, that is what you want to hear. Let me tell you, with the way our leader, the organogram for Biafra, every region have to present how they want their area to be governed. The EFIC, our leader have made that very clear. The EFIC will come up with what they want. The IPOB will come up with what they want. Their constitution will be written in their own language. And I know these consultations has been made. So we are also, in Akwa Ibom it has been done, even though people may say, okay, we are waiting, it have not come to us, but all the people has been informed. And I'm sure we may not be in the same speed, but we are waiting for them. I know there will be a time they themselves will hurry up to say, we are waiting for this. But I make it very clear so that we are going to have one defense policy, education, developmental goals, all these things, they will be there. The Oduduwa may be talking about things. We might not be in the same line with that. It doesn't mean when they talk about the constitution, we must talk about the constitution. One thing we want people to understand is the reality of this struggle. It's not about the constitution. Have you gained the ground? It is like many people will come up. They tell you they are fighting to get Biafra in a court. This is deception. We are making constitution. Well, have the people agreed? Have you gotten their consensus? Have they given IPOB the power to provide a constitution? Do you understand me? Monthly? I mean, their constitution, have they given IPOB the mandate to prepare a constitution for them? The Yoruba may have a different system, how they are working with their people. People do learn from each other, but we have our own goals because we are very complicated. The way the Nigerian system have drafted us, there is a kind of little bit, people trying to show that they are not interested. But at the end of the day, they will know there will be no greater place for them than Biafra. So we are looking forward that as soon as those things are being put in order, then we don't want to make a constitution just we want to write. IPOB have already a code of conduct that gone If Simon is saying that he's an IPOB member, he is deceiving our people. Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB member. We know how he took oath because he wanted to grant our leader an interview. 2 hours to the interview, he wanted to grant our leader. That's when he took oath. I don't want us to go into deep. Simon Ekpa, continue to do what you're doing. You are promoting Biafra. You're riding at the back of IPOB to do that. We do appreciate you. But we cannot accept somebody who don't want to take the code of conduct of IPOB to follow the principles of IPOB. It doesn't mean it's only IPOB that we get Biafra. Let him be doing his own. There is no problem. And you can't claim you are an IPOB member. Let me give an example. When you are an IPOB member, you will tell us your unit. Who is your coordinator? Where? If the Finland executive and coordinators can come out and tell us, because I'm a member of the DOS, I do have contact with the European rep and the coordinators in Finland and the members in Finland. They can come up any of these days and tell us if Simon Ekpa is an IPOB member. We don't do politics here. We don't do politics. This is not like somebody claiming what he is not. You are not. Because if he's an IPOB member, I don't see the reason why he won't take the IPOB conduct and IPOB undertaking. So I don't want us to go to this issue. If you're an IPOB member, you're expected to pay your monthly dues. You're supposed to. There are names in IPOB. People have paid in thousands. They are there. Even if you don't have to pay at that time, IPOB will understand at that position you do not have money. You have some difficulties. It's understood. How are you an IPOB member? You don't pay dues. You don't belong to anything. We don't do politics. In IPOB, we don't do politics. Don't play, I am here, I am there, I am there. Because you are riding on the back of people you do not want to belong to. Please, let the issue have a rest. I have said it on this radio. This is Radio Biafra. I did not come here to speak against anybody, but I'm giving out the story the way it is. I know this subject. I know this matter. I look into it. You cannot just go. One of our brother who asked a question here. Can you be a volunteer? We know people. One day I was somewhere. Somebody don't know who I am. He didn't know who I am. He didn't know I am China Saworu. He sat there and told me, because he was coming from zoo. He told me, you people are here, you don't know I am IP. I say, really? You are IPOB member? He said, yes. I say, you are IPOB member. Because of the words he's talking, he was saying some words I know that IPOB people can never say. He tried to talk that he knows in IPOB that the day Mado and the bright Chinese was returning from Abuja, that he was in the airport, that is IPOB. I asked him, who is your coordinator in Imo State? He looked around. I said, tell me who is your coordinator? He couldn't answer. I said, kindly tell me who is your coordinator. He did. I said, if you tell me your coordinator, the unit you belong in Imo State, anything you are saying here, I will agree with you. But if you cannot tell me your unit, who is your coordinator, just tell me one thing. He could not. And I told him, okay, you do not have any information. You do not. Some of them, if you ask them, are you an IPOB member? He say, yes. Who is your leader? I can throw that question to you, but you don't know it's a trickish question. Who is your leader? He said, no, my chairman is, listen, in IPOB, we don't use chairman. We have only one leader, Mazen Namdekano. When I throw that question for you, I expect you to answer me that the leader of IPOB is Mazen Namdekano. It's a very straightforward question. Who is your coordinator? You tell me my chairman is. We are not doing Nsukondibo here or Hanezen Igbo. We don't have chairman in IPOB. These are very simple things that we can decode people. And the way IPOB is structured, We can verify whether you are an IPOB member anywhere in the world. In over 150 countries, IPOB can verify if you are an IPOB member, whether you are a monthly financial member or you are just an IPOB member by mouth. IPOB UAE, I was in UAE last time. There was a guy, he came into their meeting. They were removing people who were not IPOB members because they were having meetings. There is a guy, he said, I am IPOB. That was in UAE. I'm just telling you what happened. He said, I am IPOB member. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. I told them, if an IPOB member, he can remain in this meeting. If he's not, I asked him which unit, who is your coordinator? He gave me the name of the coordinator. I sent information.
We shall go back. We are so in the name of we shall go back. We are in the name.
IPOB member, irrespective of he can be able to contribute some money, he has the opportunity to be in the midst of other IPOB member, and it was all accepted. So people cannot lie. IPOB, you cannot come and say, I'm IPOB. We verify you, and we can do that in 10 minutes. We can verify if you're an IPOB member. The moment we give you give us your name, your unit, we can verify in this modern age. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, Maz. Yes, we are rounding up, but still, I think I can pick 2 or 3 calls. People are showering calls, honestly. Caller on Signal. Caller on WhatsApp. Signal, hold on, because WhatsApp has been there before you. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me, Maz? Welcome to the program. I think it is Maz Ichuku Katibia, if I'm not mistaken. Maz, can you hear me? Please go on. Maz, your voice is very, very far. Are you on earpiece? You remove it, please.
No, not in earpiece. Can you hear me now? Maz, Jonathan.
What is Maz? Your voice is very far. Honestly, we're hearing just.
My voice is far.
Yes, as if the phone is very far. I don't know. Okay, go on. I think it's from my side. I'm sorry. I reduced the volume to avoid noise. Go on. It's okay now. Go on. It's from my side. I'm sorry.
Okay. Mazi Chukwuka Dibe from United Kingdom. Mazi Chukwuka Dibe is from Aro. I want to ask one question to Mazi Chinasanwolu. Today, I was watching British Parliament and how they were busy, debating about Afghanistan. But I live here in London, I live here in the UK, and I've not been seeing news about the kidnapping and rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria, even being a British citizen. So my question is, how have we ever written to British Parliament? I'm not talking of Downing Street, because we have been in Downing Street. Johnson is not even coming out. I want to know if DOS or this body, this great body, have written any letter to the British Parliament, addressed to British Parliament, this by DHL or whatever, that British Parliament will receive it. I want to know if we have done that.
Thank you.
If we have done that, how many letters have we written to them? Because we need to bombard them with letters. Bombard them even if it's in 100.
Thank you. Let him answer it before you are asking and you are giving suggestions. Mazi Chinaza, can you?
Mazi, I don't think somebody can ask us if we have written letter to any office around the world. We have IPOB members, they have done that years back. You understand me? We have capable hands in IPOB in UK. Who knows the right places to press the button? From Downing Street to the Parliament, to the House of Commons, to the House of Lords. I know, and I can bet you all those places, they have us explore all those areas. You know the oppressor will never leave you to go. The oppressor will never listen to those things. They do see those letters. But what I understood is that the Taliban were not writing to the Americans and the British. I don't think they were writing letters. Today they have taken their country.
After
Because
20 years, so Mazi,
After 20
because
years,
you know, Mazi, let me say something here. You know, our people will always see the end result without knowing what they passed through. That the time came when many of them were even frustrated, kind of. But they say no, with they pick courage and move on. Today they take over their country. That is what many people are seeing. Oh, they have taken over, but they don't know he had done it for 20 good years. Mazi, please go on.
Mazi, let me finish here. Afghanistan's never took their country, the Taliban, by letter writing. Eritreans didn't take their freedom by writing letter to Ethiopia or to Italian government. South Sudanese did not take their country by writing letter. I think that time we remove this attitude, waiting that we will write letter, they will come and they will give us Biafra or give us our freedom. The earlier we wake up and understand that the only language most of these oppressors understand is the language of God. That is, it is a decision we have to make. For me, Chinasa Nworu, I am not expecting any benefit from what we are doing. All I am doing with order of my comrades is to get a home for my children or my second generation. For me, I have seen life, I have tested life, I am now living in exile because we fought for our freedom. I have already cancelled myself from any issue. All we are doing, in any way we can do it, I do not support writing letter because letter will give us nothing. Those who will write letter, let them continue to write letter. But for me and other comrades, and the way we have seen it, the way the war politics are playing, we must make sure we do not blink in our decision and let them continue to play with us. We will make sure we destabilize the whole of Gulf of Guinea. We will make sure that the particular space of the earth will never contain anything, and they will sleep and close their eyes until they give us Biafra. We have passed the stage to go to court to ask for Biafra. We are not going to beg anybody to give us Biafra. We have passed in coming months, it will be 1 year. IPOB have commissioned ESN to defend the land, and we will continue to defend that land, whether they like it or not. We are not going to write any letter. But if you feel you want to write letter, those who can write can write. Those of us who are not interested to write, we continue on the path we believe that must give us freedom. We do not want anybody to pamper us. We do not want anybody to praise us. We do not want anybody to tell us we are arrogant. If we can be arrogant and get Biafra, so be it. Mazindewo.
Yeah, please, let me take the last caller. Maazichuku Kadibi, I think I will take a caller on signal, which will be the last caller before we round up. Caller on signal, please. The platform is yours. Can you hear me, caller on signal? Thank you for holding on. Caller on signal, are you there? No. Let me pick the caller on WhatsApp as the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, my name is Vitalis. Particularly in
Welcome to the program.
Can you hear me, Master
The
Jonathan?
whole world is hearing you. Please go on.
Please, my brothers and sisters, I'm calling here from London. I'm hearing what everybody is saying, and I think our DOS have explained everything on this platform tonight. And our dear brother China Samoru have explained everything he's supposed to explain to us. I think it was since last week. People are writing rubbish, are talking rubbish in Radio Biafra about council or sit at home. I think tonight, our dear brother China Samoru have explained everything. I think from tomorrow on next, they will not be confused again by saying whatever they want. I think this our Biafra issue, we're supposed to be disciplined so that people will not come in this platform, be talking anyhow. And Mazi Jonathan, you can know that even this platform of Radio Biafra, even Sabotua, they call and bring confusion by their question. So it's not every question our dear brother Chinas and want have to answer, because with their question is not going to bring our leader out. So far, you people are there knowing the process how to bring our leader out. Some of the saboteur calling, bringing confusion in this platform, answering necessary question that is not valid. I think only some question only came here. You don't need to answer it. You just ignore it. Then we go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
I don't have much to say. That's the only thing I want to say.
You have said it all. You have given a wise counsel. And it
God bless. Because it's not good. Everybody just be calling.
Of course. People have to express their views. That's it. You can see how I answer the one person's question. Please, this call on signal that you're back. I don't know. Can you hear me? Call on signal. Caller on signal once again.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing, is listening. Please go on. Just round it up. I give you 2 minutes, please, if you have any question or submission to make.
Okay, I have a submission to make. I'm calling from Ghana. My name is Chibi Kobat.
Welcome to the program.
I just want to tell my fellow Biafrans to understand a very, just this simple thing. Data is now very cheap. Social media is available for everyone, but they need to understand that someone who is neither a national coordinator, nor a continental rep, nor a member of the hierarchy of IPOB can certainly not have an information sufficient enough to make an informed suggestion. And as such, when we have not just a suggestion, when we have an instruction from the hierarchy, no matter how much we don't like it, it's not about what we like. No matter how much we do not like it, it becomes a requirement for us to obey it. People will say a lot of things. The question is, all those people giving all those suggestions, this is what we discussed in our family meeting just last week. All the people giving all the suggestions, what have they contributed in terms of information that have gotten us where we are today? If you love our leader, you trust our leader, then you will trust those he has entrusted whatever we are doing into their hands. Let us not be like children, like the Bible said, being blown to and fro by every wind of doctrine, and in this case by every wind of information.
Thank you.
Or else these people will laugh at us. Thank you very much for all that you've been doing. I have been listening, and I'm so very much filled with information and all the encouragement.
Thank you, my brother. So eloquently spoken. And lastly, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
I can hear you.
Please, 2 minutes. Summarize on 2 minutes, please. Go on.
Good evening. My name is Onyemechi Muta. I'm calling from Turkey. Can you hear me, Master Jonathan?
The whole world is hearing. You say you are calling from Oslo.
I'm calling from Turkey, Istanbul.
Okay, go on. Yes, okay. Okay, go on.
I'm so happy this evening to hear from China Samuru. He has a clear air, and I have a lot of doubt in my heart that after hearing from him, everything was very clear. But I have a little question to ask him.
Please go on. Go on.
This Anambra election, I'm so concerned about Anambra election because these people are the demon. They are the demon.
Of course they
This
are.
Anambra election, what are we going to do about these people? Because as I'm talking to you now, I'm here in Istanbul, and Ifeanyi Oba was here to campaign and gather some of our Igbo people here.
Really?
In a hotel, they make it secretly in a hotel, and they bought a lot of beer for them, and they are just
This
to
is
make
how
them
our
happy.
people drink their future out. My brother.
Yeah, a lot of them even took away their future by drinking alcohol there and they dashing them some peanut and all the rest of it. But my question is, Anambra election, I want we hit these people. We hit them very hard so that they will understand that we own the land. They are just few people. My question to China Samuru, what are we going to do on that election day is very important to me. That is my question.
Thank you, Mazi. Okay, you can, I think with this question, Mazi Chinasa, you are going to round up, please, because this question of an election and a campaign, a number of election, it has been coming up the year, it has been popping up. So you've spoken about it, and people need something like decisive information or decision about the Anambra campaign and elections, please. Can you talk about it? And also you can use the opportunity to make your pattern short, if you may. Mazi, go on.
Okay, thank you so much. The issue of Anambra election, I think more than 3 or 4 people who spoke here this evening, it's a very big concern for our people because people felt we have been deceived before. They want to deceive us every always. What I can tell you, Mazi, as long as this IPOB leadership is involved and concerned, we are going to work out modalities based on what you people are talking now. It is a difficult decision we are going to take, but everybody must participate because it's a one shot. It's a one-day shot. I will promise you people one thing. Kindly give the DOS a little time, maybe by this time next week. If anything, we have come up with a better plan, which we are not going to make it public. Because we know that they are holding our leader so they can hold our leader after the election in Anambra, they will release him. We know this trick. But we are going to make sure. We do not want to make a decision, or maybe somebody will say after we call it off. We already having a critical analysis of the game they are playing in Anambra, because that is where the worst politicians comes from. The worst politicians in Igbo land, you can find them in Anambra, where they are horrible set of people, greedy individuals who never become contented with whatever they have. I do not mean they don't have them in other parts of Biafra land, but the Anambra election is something that sometimes when you look at it, where people who call themselves billionaires that's supposed to maintain their businesses, if truly they are billionaires, then you see them mingling in the service of the people, because I think that is where they will steal more and hide themselves under immunity and continue to recycle every 4 years, telling you we go there, we get you something, and they get nothing. That is what I will say for Anambra. But to this end, what I'm telling Biafrans this evening is this. This is an order coming from the IPOB leadership. From now henceforth, every IPOB family protesting in Europe,
any part of Africa, our protest will major in the Kenyan embassies. I mean, this is an instruction every IPOB member. This information is coming from the IPOB leadership. Do not ask us what will be the benefit. You have already been going to submit petitions against the extraordinary rendition of our leader, but we are saying this evening, from tomorrow, those who have protests in diaspora, those who can protest in African countries, those who are in the countries where protests are being allowed, every protest should be heading to the Kenyan embassy. From tomorrow, these are specific destinations. If we need to sleep there, we have to sleep there. And we need to let Kenya to understand, because they think they can go away in this extraordinary rendition, this act of terrorism they committed against the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. So I'm calling all Biafrans on behalf of Mazi Chike Doziem and the leadership of IPOB that our destination now for protest specifically is at the Kenyan embassy. Anywhere the Kenyan embassy is located around the world and our people can protest, we need everybody to be heading to the Kenyan embassy to vent our anger, and the diplomatic measures must be taken. If not, we are going to take this fight far, far, far away than what Kenya is thinking. We have always called on them to reason. Harsher actions will be coming on Kenyans. It might even go to a point that Kenyans will not be allowed to walk in Biafra land freely. But first, IPOB members, we are reasonable people, and we are calling now that they know how the extraordinary rendition our leader from Kenya to Nigeria. We are also asking the request for his repatriation back to Kenya, where his passport is still lying, and make sure they send him the country where he is holding their international passport. We are not going to talk much on this, but we are kickstarting with the protest. We want every country in Europe to start again, get your permits for those who can get their permits. The instruction is that every one of us that are protesting, even if you are 5 or 6, go to Kenya embassy. The fight continues against the extraordinary rendition of our leader. Number 2, I want to draw the attention of those. There are people who want to backslide in supporting the activities of this great movement, both IPOB family and the ESN. There is nothing to worry about. What we have to do is we have to continue paying the support, giving our support in what we are doing. Our leader will be very happy. Our leader will be very, very happy that while he was in the enemy's camp, that everything was moving. If we want him to be happy, those who normally go to see him, those who normally go to visit him, to tell him that IPOB is in a very good shape, that the struggle he left in the hands of this leadership is moving smoothly, and we will make higher moves to make sure he's being released from that Janjaweed dungeon. If you are those who knows the assignment that was given to them by our leader, you continue to carry out your assignment and report to those who you were asked to report to. We are not going to tolerate insubordination. We are not going to tolerate they say that, they say this. Remember, this IPOB leadership, we have the power to suspend you from any time we found you wanted, irrespective of who you are. The IPOB DOS have the power to suspend you, even to dismiss you from IPOB. If you think that we do not have that power,
We do not possess that power. Go and read the IPOB Code of Conduct. You know, sometimes when some people try to grow stubborn, we know we are dealing with difficult people. We are ready to implement those things without looking who you are or what you represent in this struggle. The most important thing is you must respect that command and control. Without the command and control, we will not get where we are today. So for those who are raising funds officially approved by our leader, and you are raising it in support of ESN, go ahead, as long as you inform those in the finance, inform the HOD, those who knows who will approve those things. Not everybody in the DOS have the right to approve those things. Keep the HOD informed, keep the people in finance informed, and you can be able to raise funds to support this struggle. That is one thing you have to know. Our people must continue to give that support. Do not say because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the prison for that reason, you do not need to support again. There is a structure. Every money, every fund you are supporting this struggle goes to the right places. It goes on legal, goes on welfare, goes on a lot of ESN, goes on medical. Therefore, there is no reason for anybody to say, I'm not going to support because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the jail. We do not accept this kind of. If you do not want to support, please, you can also do not discourage those who want to support. That is the few things I want to touch. But finally, Mazi, this is something every IPOB principal officer should understand. The orders of IPOB leadership will always come. Either it is announced on Radio Biafra, either a memo will come from the head of the directorate. For every order, if you are an IPOB principal officer, taking order from people who are online claiming they are hanging around IPOB, and when you take the order, you come in IPOB platforms to initiate that order, you will be removed from IPOB. From now onward, the leadership will make sure you are being removed. Those who pick up orders, YouTubers, you take a YouTuber instruction, you take fake prophets instruction, and come to put on our timeline, what do you think this leadership is all about? God told you that sit at home must continue, but God never told you when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being detained in Kenya for 8 days. We should stop all these people, all these fake prophets who have turned our land into what it is today. They are the problem. The fake prophets in our land with the politicians have turned, they are the people who kept us in this position today, because they are part of the deceptive agents moving around in Biafra land, claiming what God did not tell them. Nobody can stop us not to talk about it. It is a reality. You want to face it, you face it. But if you want to be for it, don't say something. We will continue to say it. The fake prophets, most of the pastors, I do not mean all of them, traditional rulers, but especially the fake pastors in our land, who have continued to tell us God told them this, God told them that. They have deceived our people, and we do not want them in this Biafra restoration. They should keep their, if they want to join this struggle, they come with with realities. We do not mean that God did not send messages, but when we see, stop giving us unnecessary fake messages. What God told you, you are not the only one God talks to. He talks to also millions of people around the world. Therefore, Biafrans, we must face the reality. We are in an era, you must face the reality. This is not the time of believe. For blessed are those who did not see and believe. We are no more in that era. We are in the era of seeing. We are in the era that we want to see things. I do not mean that God did not exist. I do not mean there are no supernatural powers, but our people have abused it. And that have derailed our people. In this Biafra struggle, we want to be a realist. We do not want theories. We want practicals, things that are workable. How do we dismantle the Nigerian Janjaweed government? How do we secure our freedom? While you are praying, pray strongly for our freedom, but do not tell us to sleep and pray that God is coming to hand us over Biafra just by praying. We must fight for it. We must all stand up. We must all sponsor it. We must all be partakers. Because when Biafra comes, I am not the only one going to benefit. You are going to benefit. Those who don't want to talk about this thing are going to benefit. Everybody will be free. And not only Mazichina Sanworu, not only put him always in your prayer. Your ideas, your intelligent gatherings are still required, still needed. Remember in your prayers that our leader is in the hands of the enemy. We will continue to fight till the last man standing. It is either they give us Biafra, or we fight, or we die fighting for Biafra. Mazi Jonathan, I will say, may Chukwu Kabiyama bless you, all of you who is always on this radio on a daily basis. Some of them who are listening to the radio, they don't know what it takes to wake up, to provide time. Some might know, some might not know. It might be easy for them. For others, they understand the stress, the sacrifice. And that is what we're asking everybody to do. And when we get to a point that we need to listen to our leader or look back and say, hello, Onyendu, do you want us to move forward? We must always remember he's in the hands of the enemies. But one thing is this set of leadership, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not being released, time will come. It is not by sit at home. Biafra land, our people will overrun the politicians in their homes and their offices, and the world will talk about it, and history will never forget it. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu. May Chukwu Kabiyama bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much, Mazi China Sanworu. We are happy to hear from you. And I want to say something before I close the program today. We have had everything. We have had everything. People have answered questions, asked questions and made suggestions. Let us always reason. There are decisions, as I said before, during my preamble. There are decisions that you might not like. That is why, it's selective. When somebody will be remember there's this story about in the Bible about one prophet, is it Balaam or Balak? In as much as he had received the original message from God, they said, do not curse these people. But after when he went, somebody bribed him, say, please go and curse this, because his mind is there. He want to just receive the bribe and go and curse. Say, let me go and ask God again, I beg. Maybe that one I have before, not be God. He go. The same thing. The same answer. He go again, they double the bribe. Say, are you sure? Maybe that thing maybe in a voice that resemble. It resemble aspirin, but no be aspirin. He went back. Now, so he continued going back until they said, okay, go and do it. Let's see. So when our people, they select messages. When I said it before, when a message came that, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa should have a slot in Radio Biafra, nobody argued that we should see our leader in person in order for him to give the command. Is he? How can we trust the lawyers? Because it is what they want to hear. Some of them, they push it. Listen to what I'm saying. But when the order came for something contrary, because we hate it, are you sure that this is from our leader? Go again, no. To the extent, even DOS went how many times to ask, the same answer continue coming out. Why can't we reason and say, okay, so this issue have been put to rest. Thank you very much for listening. And thank you very much, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is where I'm going to stop. Tomorrow is another day. We continue, and our leader must be released unconditionally. And Biafra, we are going there. Biafra must be restored. From me, from here, Maazi Jonathan Chinedu, it is simply good evening.
We know. We come from the eastern side. Alright. We come from the borderline. Alright. They might try to prove to me I don't know where I'm coming from. But that pass them cause I know my rules. I know fit to lose that love for them. I'm unstoppable, my people stoppable. We keep on moving forward. We keep on grinding. Yeah. Freedom for my people. Freedom for my nation. Free mass and freedom for my people. We have gone a long way. No going back. We are too big to fall. No. Nothing fit to stop us. My people demand freedom. Should be a cry to ask for your rights. Ask for your rights. I will take it, let me know. We know they do the same thing. We know they go the same way. We don't carry the same language for matter. Free me, make I do my thing. Freedom for my people. Freedom for my